The other day, I decided to check out the free-to-play game, We Were Here. This is a co-op puzzle-solving game, in which one person plays the explorer and the other the librarian. So I loaded up a game room with the most inventive name I could think of, and then invited my friend Dogmatic. The setup to the game is that two people decide to explore an abandoned castle in the middle of a snowy, desolate land, when they are ambushed by a mysterious figure. You wake up, separated from your companion, with only a radio to awkwardly communicate with each other. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? If you can hear me, please respond.
I can hear you.
With that awkward exchange behind us, I decided to prove my worth to the team in this puzzle-solving game by showing off my great levels of intelligence. I'm just seeing if there's anything like hidden in my room, and being the genius that I am, I've got stuck in a corner. After a quick restart of the game, I managed to guess the first puzzle, and we're through to the second room.
Okay, so I got into a creepy room with pictures of animal mutations. Just birds with snail houses and skulls.
Okay, well my room's whispering to me, so nothing creepy here. I explained the picture of the mutated animal on the wall, and then we found the matching tiles to place underneath. This unlocked the door leading into the next room, which is what happens after you complete each puzzle in this game. Once you go through, the door closes behind you, sealing your fate to the next room. If I go down to the lower level, there's like some water I can go into, and then above the door it says purple in green text. And the water's rising. Things really weren't looking too good for me, and they went from bad to worse. As the light began to fade, Dogmatic pressed random levers in the room that she was in, and managed to drain the water. It was at this moment that I knew that if we're going to make it out of this castle alive, we were going to make it out together. The next challenge was to navigate the maze that I just entered into. We figured out that Dogmatic had books with directions on them. The first one being, start as far west as possible. I decided to take this opportunity to show off my genius once more with this statement. Thing is, I don't actually have compass directions. I mean, it's a good point. How am I supposed to tell which way is west? West could be forwards, backwards, left, right, and oh. Oh, hang on, no, I've got a massive compass on the floor, forget that. It's literally the first thing you see when you go in the room. With the discovery of the compass, we then had to follow the instructions written on the books and flick the levers in a particular order. If you're watching this as a guide video on how to do this, to escape from this room you have to hit the blue lever once, then the green lever, then go back and hit the blue lever twice, spam the green lever a bunch of times before hitting the purple lever which then unlocks the red lever, and then go back and hit the blue lever. Hang on. I think I got something wrong there. Anyway, next up was the giant chess set, which for some reason they decided to put outside. Okay, I'm managing to power something up here, and I don't know exactly what, but I think I need to get it working because it looks like I'm freezing to death. I presumed I was powering up some kind of heater. Unfortunately, I was not. Instead, I just brought power to the chess pieces, which I now needed to move around the board in a way depicted on the tape recording that Dogmatic had. Do you know how to talk in chess language? Now, by chess language, I mean the thing where each square is a letter and a number, and you move the pieces in accordance with this. For example, knight to c3. This would have made this puzzle incredibly easy.
I used to be in a chess club, but that was a while ago.
Brilliant. Things really didn't go my way in this room, as by the end so much of my screen was frozen that I couldn't see anything. And so, for the first time, I died. Back in the chess room, we managed to complete the puzzle this time, and I realised that the game represented a version of the Scholar's Mate. Despite completing the puzzle, I almost died again in this room, as the lack of screen made it very hard to find the exit door. Did the door open up for you?
A door?
Yeah, are you out of your current room? Because I'm still stuck. Oh, yes, I'm free. Okay, there we go. Right, okay, yeah, I'm out. Okay, I am now in a room with a bunch of spikes and tiles, and I'm guessing if I stand on a wrong tile, I'm dead.
Okay, so this is probably one of the book riddles.
Yes, there is a book with a cat. Something that looks like a penis. I mean, come on. How would you describe that symbol? I made a few wrong steps and fell victim to the spikes a couple of times, but apart from that, I came through without a scratch. I then entered into the backstage of a theatre with the power to move the characters on and off stage. Dogmatic was in the audience and had a recording which told her which characters need to be on stage at which time. Now, as you might have guessed by now, things weren't as straightforward as they first seemed.
This thing just keeps staring at me. It has wings and weird crooked legs, and a sack for a head, and white shiny eyes. Okay, I'm pretty scared. This thing is coming closer slowly.
Oh, that thing's gonna kill you. We might wanna hurry up. It's about time you're the one who ended up dead instead of me. Despite the fact that I'm clearly a professional stage director, I may have got slightly confused, and instead of trying to move all the characters on stage, I was busy trying to put them all backstage to the right. As a result of this, the creepy bagman may have eaten Dogmatic alive, and so he had to start all over again. I then managed to successfully direct the play, including flicking the red lever up and down at the right times. High-tech stuff if I say so myself. Nope, it's just a normal king. Okay, the man needs a new voice box as well. Heading through the trapdoor, I entered into a tunnel in which a pressure plate raised the portcullis at the end. It was here where I rather embarrassingly received the fright of my life. Yo! Oh my days! Is that you? Is that you? I just jumped out of my skin.
I saw that.
The obvious question was, how could both of us get out when one of us had to stand the plate? That was a question that I never had to answer. When I look back at that castle, I always have two thoughts. First is how she died. Was it from the cold, lack of food, or just the overwhelming feel of betrayal? And the second is, man, it sure does pay to be a winner.